Well, we live in an environment full of microorganisms. Every surface, all the surfaces in this chair, every surface of my body is colonized by a population of bacteria. Did you know that the densest population of bacteria known in the world is in the human intestine? Now, the great majority of those critters are not pathogenic. That is, they will not cause disease. But there is always a proportion of those organisms who may take the opportunity to invade a person's body and make them sick. So we have to control those organisms. The main source of these organisms is fecal material, which of course can accidentally contaminate not just parts of your body, but other surfaces. It can contaminate food, especially meats. And in order to prevent the spread of these pathogenic organisms, you need to control them. And by far the simplest and most effective way is hand washing, right? Hand washing with soaps will destroy any of those contaminating microbes on your hands and prevent the spread of disease. That's why it's required for people who work in, for example, restaurants to wash their hands thoroughly, because restaurants would be a good place for foodborne diseases to be transmitted. Do not assume that the food that you eat is necessarily sterile. For example, if you've handled raw meat and then handled cooked food, the bacteria can transfer. So it's essentially a common sense, relatively simple and straightforward, and environmentally friendly way of getting rid or minimizing the number of those disease-causing organisms. Well, it's a question of how susceptible the organisms are to destruction. Soap essentially breaks up bacteria, but you need to give it time, right? So a thorough wash, not a superficial wash, but a thorough wash with water and soap is required in order to get maximum control of those potentially dangerous organisms.